I got the word out that I was selling everyone a beer and a smoke for like $2. And all summer long, people would come up to my window, knock on it, I'd slide it open. They go, hey man, and you know what the best part was? The beer wasn't even cold. The movie Fast Times at Richmond High, I always have the same memory when I think of that movie, besides it being so legendary, was because I broke my leg that summer that movie came out. I was at the Cove, wasn't supposed to be there. It's a beach in Santa Cruz. My mom was like, you are not allowed at the Cove. That's where the kids smoke weed. You know, but it was like, yeah, they smoke weed. There's girls there. Is there beers there? Yeah, I'm going to the Cove. I'd go there all the time. And my mom, you know, I thought she didn't know, but of course she did. I ended up breaking my leg there. I was skimboarding with my friends, broke my leg. I end up, you know, getting a cast. And I remember I get the cast on my leg and I am coming out of the hospital. My mom was so hardcore. She's like, oh, you know, like she's being a mom for like the first 2 days. And then I get home. And she's like, by the way, you're grounded for the summer. So she grounds me. I have a broken leg, dude. And she grounds me for the summer. I was so bummed because I wanted to go see Fast Times at Richmond High. Couldn't go. It was like, so I'm stuck now in all I could do. You can hang out in the front of the house, you know, where all the kids skated. So there's a ramp out there. Everyone would be skating that. And then, you know, that's it. You can only hang out in the front. You remember when parents said that? You can hang out front. You got wherever, if you hear my voice, you have to come in. And I remember it sucked. So all summer long, all my bros are going to the beach, Cove. Then they'd come back and I'd hang out with them from like 4 o'clock on my crutches. Such a bummer. That same summer, at the end of my street at a liquor store, there was a beer back then called Hams. It had a little like picture of a bear on it. And it was a Ham's beer, and blue can, you know, silver, picture of this little polar bear on there. And they were selling, I'll never forget, they were selling 12ers for $2.99, $2.99 12 pack. And I got the bright idea, I should buy like a case of beer. I'll get a case of beer for $4, $5, you know, like $6. And then I'm like, wait a minute. If I could buy more, you know, I'd you know, a little bit of money. And I remember I go down there with a buddy of mine with the broken leg when my mom's at work. And I probably bought like 6 cases of Hams and I put it in my closet. I have it all stocked up, bought 2 cartons of smokes. And I'm like, if I'm going to be stuck in this room all the time, I'm going to make some money. And I came up with the idea for all the kids in the neighborhood, you know, dirt heads that were like 16, 17. And then there was, you know, kids that were like, you know, skaters. And there's, you know, a couple of surfers, you know, there's all these kids. It was a big, big neighborhood. And I got the word out that I was selling everyone a beer and a smoke for like $2. And all summer long, people would come up to my window, knock on it, I'd slide it open. They go, hey man, and you know what the best part was? The beer wasn't even cold. I was selling them a smoke and a beer for $2. I made so much money that summer. And my mom kept asking me, because there would be kids, they were coming to the window she'd never met before, like, because they were coming from all over. Like I lived in Santa Cruz Gardens. Some kids were coming over from the west side. They're like, dude, this guy's selling beers. They would come over. Yeah, dude, can we get 6 beers? Do all beers come with a smoke? Yep. Boom, here you go. Give me my money. All right, cool. You know, hey, can we get a whole case? They would just go, dude, we could just go get the case down there for $3. You're selling us a beer for $2. I'm like, well, then go down there and get it. Then go get it. All right. I made so much money off of that. That was like my first taste of like being an entrepreneur. I loved it. My mom held to it too. Held to it whole summer, grounded.